By understanding the microbiology of this modern stromatolite ecosystem, we may be able to identify changes in fabric, specific kinds of organic molecules that are preserved in the stromatolites. We might be able to develop proxies that could then be applied to ancient systems. And the question is, if all life on Earth is descended from a common ancestor, why do all of a sudden, roughly 550 million years ago, do we see macroscopic organisms for the first time? If those macroscopic organisms have ancestors, then the rock should in fact have a record of those ancestors. Now, people have largely focused on the macroscopic organisms, the fossil life, the Ediacarofauna that are so beautifully preserved in South Australia, and tried to relate their sudden appearance to changes in ocean chemistry that we know happened roughly 550 to maybe 580 million years ago. But there has to be a more comprehensive record of complex life preserved in rocks. And in the search for that record, our colleagues at MIT have been studying the microfossil record. And they've been looking in places that traditionally have not been carefully studied. And these are rocks known as carbonate rocks. People normally look for the Ediacarofauna in what we call clastic rocks, that are rocks that are made from sedimented particles that subsequently become sedimentary rocks. And in some of these carbonates, as old as 650 million years ago, or deposited as old as 650 million years ago, some colleagues of mine are now finding microflora, we call them. That is, single-celled organisms that are evidently the ancestors of the multicellular organisms that now dominate the Earth's surface. And some of these fossils are now being related to organisms that we think are thriving in these microbial mats, and in particular ciliates, flagellates and foraminifera. So I think by more careful study of these ancient rocks, more and more examples of single-celled complex organisms are going to be found, and we may be going to be able to answer the question that Darwin posed: why are there no vestiges of a beginning?